and gentlemen, welcome back to OTS News. My name is Fiend Marky T. Pile driving beats since 1973. The biggest mark in the IWC. Tonight on Monday Night Raw, I don't know. I fell asleep in the second hour. Many of you are probably wondering, well, Marky D, how did you stay awake through the first hour? I have no idea, folks. I'm a modern-day wizard and magician. That's all I will say there. But according to sources, Braun Strowman asks Shane McMahon for an apology. Now, JD from New York has further explained on this very podcast that Braun Strowman does indeed run fast. I know, folks, this is groundbreaking information, but I have doubled down on this, and I have fact-checked all details, and that is indeed factual information. Now, according to new developments, Braun Strowman does not run fast anymore. Braun Strowman does not run as fast as originally reported, and we now have a reason. Our investigative team dug a little deeper and found out that Braun Strowman was given a 98-year contract by Kevin Dunn to be his official woodsman. Braun Strowman got new gloves out of the deal. Braun Strowman got new camouflage pants out of the deal. Braun Strowman got a new train sound. Whee! Whee! And Braun Strowman even got some ointment for that glorious beard of his, all by Kevin Dunn's request. Kevin Dunn was so pleased with Braun Strowman's work the last couple of weeks that he was legitimately eating the wood off the tree before Braun even picked up an axe. Unbelievable, folks. I will keep you guys updated on any further developments with Tonight's special in the bar is Becky's Irish Red Ale. Becky's not even on the brand, but we got a drink for her. Everybody apparently misses her. JD does not. JD feels that Becky Lynch is not even needed on the Monday Night Raw Women's Division because Charlotte Flair could help the division. What good is Becky Lynch going to do? And Titus' special tonight is chicken parmesan. This is an organic chicken breast used with the finest breadcrumbs and 5 special cheeses, hand-picked by Titus himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after this small commercial break, right here on Off the Screen. Welcome back to OTS News. My name is Fiend, Marky D, and before we begin tonight's festivities, word is coming out of the kitchen from Titus himself that tonight's special chicken parmesan is no longer on the menu. According to JD from New York and the security cam footage that I'm currently looking at right now, Dana Brooke snuck into the venue during AEW Revolution last night and was specifically looking for the cheeses that were going to go on tonight's chicken parmesan. According to JD from New York, Dana Brooke ate 4 of the 5 special blends of cheeses, and now we are only down to 1 cheese, which is a very, very basic mozzarella for tonight's chicken parmesan. Last call is out the bar right now. The venue is opening. Go up to the bar and get your Becky Lynch's Irish Red Ale, and make sure you guys tip your bartenders very well. They'll be taking care of you all night. Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. This is your Monday Night Raw post show with your host, JD from New York.
I wish I wasn't, man. I wish I wasn't. I'm not even gonna do We Are Live, man. That's the type of mood I'm in tonight. If I didn't have this beautiful venue to run, I wouldn't even be here. But I gotta handle my payroll, man. This show absolutely is an abomination of epic proportions, man. I don't know what they are doing with WrestleMania season. It is absolutely terrible. I don't even think we're building towards WrestleMania, man. I really don't. I really don't. Bobby Lashley once again defended the WWE title against The Miz. Drew McIntyre once again wrestled Sheamus. And Randy Orton once again spat up black goo in a nothing match against AJ Styles. It's almost as if they don't learn their lesson. We're gonna try tonight, guys. I'm not in a good mood, and this show absolutely sucks. This is your Monday Night Raw post show. The only post show you need in the entire community. This is Off the Script.
This fucking foliage? Is this what you want? Mr. Dips? Is this what you want? Me standing in front of EC3 buying designer coats? Is this what you want? Me sitting in some hipster hotel in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, fluffing pillows? Is this what you want? I don't believe this. This graffiti art, hipster hotels, avocado toast. All I want is a fucking Guinness. An ice cold Guinness.
What the hell does that mean?
Oh, this is what you wanted. This is your Monday Night Raw review right here on Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for March 8th, 2021. And I even feel weird saying March 8th, 2021, knowing that WrestleMania is legitimately a month away. We are a month away from WrestleMania. WrestleMania takes place on April 10th, Saturday night, night one. We have 2 nights of WrestleMania. And WWE has absolutely no vision, no plans, no matches. Nothing planned, nothing in the pipeline for WrestleMania. It is mind-boggling to me how we can all sit here and all these fucking, I swear to God, man, the words I wish I could use on this platform. My God, man, I don't even know if you're fucking human beings at this point. I really don't. These check marks, these UK fucking brain-dead idiots, man. Everybody, I'm not even following half of these fucking people. I still see your fucking tweets. Why? This is the absolute worst WrestleMania season I have ever fucking been a part of. Worst WrestleMania season ever. I don't know whether I'm watching WrestleMania season or a fucking build towards Battleground. The fuck is wrong with you people? You all just cower in your fucking corners and just accept. Oh, we can't change anything. They're $1 billion fucking company. That doesn't mean you gotta sit there and bend over and take it up the ass. WrestleMania season. This is the worst ever. We got 4 weeks left to go till WrestleMania, and this company has 2 matches announced. 2 matches. We don't have a WWE title match. We don't got a women's title match on Monday Night Raw because nobody knows what the fuck they're doing in that goddamn division. What a fucking terrible division. Charlotte, Lana, Naomi, Mandy, Dana. My God, man. I could shit out a better fucking division. Matt Riddle and Mustafa Ali legitimately last minute. WWE has no tag teams. No tag teams. And here we go with the New Day, getting another shot at the tag team titles. Why do you think that is, folks? Because there's no other fucking tag teams on this show. Oh, but that's not a problem, though. That's not a problem, though. WWE has 4 weeks to go. And tonight, they gave you a rematch from last week. Twice. Bobby Lashley had to defend the WWE title against The Miz. Again. Because it did so well in the 3rd hour last week that WWE had to run it back this week. Very predictable outcome. We got Bobby Lashley obviously retaining the WWE Championship. The Miz was never going to take that title into WrestleMania. And then we got Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus again. After they went 24 minutes last week, WWE decides to run it back again. As if they were going to produce a completely different match this week. This time around. This week, the match ends in a no contest because they both knocked each other out with steel steps. Drew McIntyre was attacked earlier in the evening, right before this match. And Drew McIntyre is claiming that he is now the frontrunner for the WWE Championship. Just like that, Just like that. Shows up to work. You do absolutely nothing to deserve a championship rematch. Show up to work and you claim that you're the number one contender for the WWE title out of everybody on that roster at WrestleMania of all places. What gives you the right to do that? What gives you the right to say that over everybody else? Then Drew McIntyre goes on and says that there's nobody on the roster that should even be in discussion. There's nobody even worth an opportunity at the WWE Championship. Oh, really? Oh, really? So this is what we're building WrestleMania season on. We're building WrestleMania season on, oh, all right, Drew McIntyre goes into the Elimination Chamber, which, in all honesty, he should have been defending the WWE Championship at the Elimination Chamber, and the Elimination Chamber for Monday Night Raw should have determined his opponent at WrestleMania. But what the fuck do I know? Now we're in this fucking situation where Drew McIntyre is claiming that there's nobody else on the roster that should be at WrestleMania. Claims nobody is on the roster that is worthy of that opportunity. Here comes Sheamus. And Sheamus is the only guy that apparently WWE has put in Drew McIntyre's path on the road to WrestleMania. See, the thing is, folks, we've already seen Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus 3 times already. We've seen it 3 times on this very show this year. And now they want to run it back again and run the gauntlet of Sheamus and Drew McIntyre matches to crown McIntyre number 1 contender for the WWE title at WrestleMania. If anybody thinks that this is the proper way to build a WWE championship match, if anybody thinks this was the right creative decision for the WWE title at WrestleMania, you should quit watching wrestling altogether. Your opinion is absolutely fucking worthless to everybody that has a pair of ears. There's no fucking way anybody would be able to convince me that this makes sense. Sheamus doesn't even make mention of the WWE title. His only thing and his only focus is beating Drew McIntyre because Drew McIntyre is better than him, according to everybody else. So this is a lose-lose situation here. Drew McIntyre is pretty much putting himself in a WWE title match on the road to WrestleMania by virtually doing nothing. And Sheamus doesn't even give a shit about the WWE title. He's only feuding with his former best friend because he's jealous that everybody thinks McIntyre is more popular than him or better than him. This is WrestleMania season to you. Out of everything that I've given you guys as far as how things should have been this year, you listen to what I've said over the last 5-6 weeks about WrestleMania, and you watch this show, and you tell me who would have handled this better. Little old me with the little podcast on YouTube, or the fucking professionals that run this show that clearly don't know what the fuck they're doing. Everything on this show is absolutely unimportant. Drew McIntyre and his chase for the world championship, nobody gives a shit. I think everybody is at this point, like I said last week, where Bobby Lashley is going into the WrestleMania show as champion, and I think everybody wants to see Bobby Lashley walk out as WWE champion. If there's no Brock Lesnar, then nobody gives a fuck about Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. That's what you've created here. That's all you're doing. Why isn't Drew McIntyre over? We got fans back. Because you booked him like shit for the last 9 months. Absolutely nothing on this show is important. McIntyre, Lashley, nobody gives a fuck. Where's Asuka? I know Asuka's got a missing tooth and a concussion, but, I mean, I'm not even mentioning the last 2 weeks. She hasn't defended that title since October of 2020 on pay-per-view. Yet here we have Charlotte Flair automatically claiming the title shot at WrestleMania. If you think that's going to get anybody with a fucking brain excited, man, you better think again. Horrendous. A slap in the face of how a women's division should be booked. No tag teams on this show. You got the New Day and you got the Hurt Business. Absolutely nobody else. There are other tag teams, but I mean, the fucking lint in my pockets right now are worth more than Retribution and the Lucha House Party. No tag team title match, no direction. Nobody gives a shit. Matt Riddle's now in the New Day spot where he's feuding with Retribution. Next week, he's probably going to wrestle Mace. The week after that, Ali, I guess they made the match. He'll probably run the gauntlet of all these Retribution losers. That's what the New Day was doing for the last 4 months. Now Matt Riddle's in that spot. I don't really understand why you couldn't keep up with the Kofi Kingston Ali story, being that you got situations there that are not finished. You got unfinished business there between Ali and Kofi. Where's that story? Ali's mission statement is exactly what Kofi Kingston is all about and what happened to Ali 2 years ago. Where's that? Now all of a sudden we're moving on to Matt Riddle? Matt Riddle suffers a loss to Ali in a fucking 6-man tag, takes a pinfall as the new United States champion, and now we're getting a fucking title match out of the blue? Then this Randy Orton, Alexa Bliss situation, man, my God, if you enjoy this, you must be a 7-year-old fucking geek. I swear to God, man, every single week, it's either Randy Orton in a boring fucking match and out comes Alexa Bliss, or some backstage vignette where she's standing in this fucking satanic pentagram backstage, winding up a fucking, a nursery rhyme box, jack-o'-lantern box, whatever the fuck they call it, and then she's like, not yet, not yet. Here's a fucking clue. I don't give a shit about Bray Wyatt anymore. This entire storyline is absolutely worthless. They've done everything in their power to make it as cheesy as possible, and they've done everything in their power to just drag it on to a point where nobody gives a fuck anymore. Nobody cares. Are we getting Bray Wyatt to return? Or are we getting Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania? Which one is it? Either way you look at it, keep it. It's fucking garbage. This is absolutely, as far as Monday Night Raw goes, the worst WrestleMania season I honestly think I have ever been a part of. Ever. And there have been some doozies, let me tell you. This show lacks soul. This show lacks heart. This show lacks direction. I don't know how anybody is out there trying to make sense of this shit, arguing with me that this show was good, how this makes sense, why this is gonna work, why this is gonna work. You people need to fucking back the fuck off, man. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Go find another hobby. I am the fucking king of this shit. Nobody does it better than me. You're gonna try and outschool me on what I'm watching? Quit while you're ahead. Quit while you're ahead. There's no talking to me about logic and trying to make logic out of this of this shit. There's no way you could possibly do that with me. No way. Monday Night Raw is absolutely the worst show on television. I don't know what else to say about this WrestleMania season. Again, just like I said in the beginning, I feel like we're building towards Battleground or Backlash and not WrestleMania. WrestleMania is back in business, huh? Fans are going to be there. Great. Great. You got to look like a complete fucking idiot to want to go to WrestleMania with this card. With the fucking card that's shaping up for WrestleMania this year. You're better off staying home. WWE clearly is putting no investment into WrestleMania. They're taking every one of you fucking suckers for granted. You're going to get into the venue, and they're going to give you the worst fucking card possible because it's WrestleMania. Everybody wants to come out and see the Super Bowl of professional wrestling. They don't give a fuck what's on the show. Awful. Absolutely awful. Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon tonight. I don't know what is going on with this shit. Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. Who in WWE thinks that this makes WrestleMania bigger? It makes WrestleMania worse. Up and down my timeline, I got like-minded individuals with somewhat of a brain who think and say the same thing that I do. Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon looks to be the WrestleMania match for both guys. That's my bathroom break, whether it's on Saturday or Sunday. Bathroom break? I don't know how exactly that makes WrestleMania bigger. Yes, let's call the McMahons and have the McMahons wrestle on WrestleMania. You're booking Shane McMahon on WrestleMania. Does nobody find this to be an issue? I don't know how anybody could back this up or defend this shit. Shane McMahon is likely headed for a WrestleMania match. Meanwhile, we have Aleister Black, Andrade, Garza, Keith Lee, all missing. Where's Ricochet? You mean to tell me you're booking Shane McMahon on WrestleMania and you're missing Keith Lee and Ricochet? You mean to tell me you're booking Shane McMahon? Shane McMahon has fucking WrestleMania plans and AJ Styles has no WrestleMania plans? That's a fucking criminal offense if you ask me personally. That's the type of offense that could get you 20 to life in the state penitentiary. You don't have plans for AJ Styles at WrestleMania, but you got plans for Braun Strowman, who's one of the worst acts in the entire company, and Shane McMahon, who's not even an active fucking performer, but no plans for AJ Styles. Unreal. Unfucking real, man. We're going to try and go over this tonight, man. I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy to talk about this shit. This show felt like it was 8 hours long tonight. Every single week, it's the same shit. There's no life. Vince doesn't give a shit. Bruce doesn't give a shit. They don't care. It's almost as if they just say, you know what, let's just rehash last week's script over and over and over again every single week. And I don't know where their other priorities are. What are their other priorities? Why aren't you focusing on giving us the best show possible? Why aren't you coming up with storylines that really make WrestleMania feel like WrestleMania? Why are you constantly just going out there, giving us the worst show possible, and just letting WrestleMania live as its own entity? You know, I look at it as a fucking big rig truck. You're not filling it up with the fucking proper fuel, man. It's just an empty vessel. Come April 10th and April 11th, it's just an empty vessel, man. There's no life to it. How are you going to go into WrestleMania, what, in my eyes, is the most important WrestleMania of the last 20 years? Maybe the most important WrestleMania ever. And this is what you're giving us. The lack of enthusiasm here, man. And then on the fans' part, the lack of care, the lack of mediocrity. As if you guys are just, you know what, whatever, man. I'm not going to get bent out of shape over it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. You waste your time every single week watching this program, and you're okay with what they give you on a night like tonight? This is WrestleMania season, man. This isn't some fucking indie show we're booking. An indie show I could book in fucking 2 or 3 weeks. WrestleMania needs fucking 4 or 5, 6 months to build. But here we are, 4 weeks out of WrestleMania, and we got 2 matches announced, one of which is not even confirmed on SmackDown. We're looking more like a triple threat match than Edge and Roman Reigns for the Universal title. Unreal. I don't know what else to say, man. I really don't. We'll try and break this thing down. I appreciate you guys joining me. 1,800 live in the chat. Pretty decent for this type of Monday Night Raw, man. Super chats are open. You guys can get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show and go over them. And 414 likes currently on the live stream as I read this. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for the golden number of 750 for the live stream. So if you guys have not hit that thumbs up, make sure you guys go and do that for me, please. I would really, really appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter at JDfromNY206. That is Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. If you guys missed any of the content this past week, we got Off the Script on Saturday. Message to Tony Khan, which clearly nobody really paid attention to. As far as what he did what he wanted to do on Saturday night, and he fucking utterly failed majorly with AEW. Revolution was a complete fucking disappointment. Good show. If I had to choose a thumbs up or a thumbs down, it would be a thumbs up show. There was a lot of good on the show, but there was just enough bad to really piss me off. Plus the botched ending. And we'll talk about what Tony Khan did and why he came off like a fucking geek at the end of Revolution. But if you guys missed my live stream with Jesse, we had over 3,500 people here live. We were here till 3 in the morning. We still had 2,500 large at 3 in the morning, man. You guys were fucking savage on Sunday night. So if you missed that live stream and everything else last week, links are down in the description of this very video, or you guys can go to the homepage on the channel. Everything you need is listed right there for you, nice and neat. You guys want your merchandise? Please go and do that. Bonfire.com, the home of Off the Script. Mouthmasker.com/OTS. Patreon, you guys can support through Patreon. Patreon.com/JDfromNY206. And tonight's show is sponsored by Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. Use code JD for your free sample at checkouts. You're going to need more than fucking Blue Chew tonight, man. Let me tell you, with the way that this show ended up being, this show was miserable. Monday Night Raw is the worst show on fucking cable television. We got Bobby Lashley walking into the venue. He's the new WWE champion, the almighty champion, Bobby Lashley. Mackenzie Mitchell approached the Hurt Business. Lashley talked about working 16 years and battling politics and obstacles to become the WWE champion. He said this is his time and nobody is going to take it away from him. He said he'll walk into WrestleMania as the almighty WWE champion, and the almighty era has begun. Great. How many people in this chat? I'm very curious to see. I want you guys to leave me a 1 in the chat if you guys want Drew McIntyre as the WWE champion. Leave me a 2 in the chat if you want Bobby Lashley to walk out of WrestleMania as the WWE champion. I would be very, very interested to see where people's heads are at with this situation, because I don't know who wants Drew McIntyre once again as the WWE champion. We have long sailed past that being important. I don't think anybody wants that anymore, man. WWE did him no favors with the fucking on and off booking. And I think Bobby Lashley is right now, especially with the 16 years and him just working his ass off this past year to become a legit guy, and that Brock Lesnar match always looming, I think more people want him to be WWE champion. A lot of 2s. Say a lot of 2s. I think a lot of people are over Drew McIntyre, man. I swear to God. I think Drew is great. Drew is an excellent wrestler, man. He's an excellent asset to any company. But if you're asking Drew McIntyre, if WWE is planning Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania on night 1, and they're expecting Drew McIntyre to get this hero's welcome because there's fans in attendance, I don't think it's going to happen. I genuinely don't think it's going to happen, man. I swear on my grandfather's tomb, I think Bobby Lashley's walking into WrestleMania as the face, and I think Drew McIntyre's walking into that shit getting booed out of the goddamn building. That's what I think is going to happen. The Miz and John Morrison walked to the ring, and I reached for the remote control because The Miz is absolutely atrocious in everything that he does, man. He's a good promo, but my God, man, when you start Monday Night Raw off with The Miz in 2021, you're asking for people to just go find something else to watch. I swear to God. Really. So they're in the ring. Miz said last week he expected to get his ass handed to him, but he didn't expect to lose his WWE title. Oh, I expected it. I expected it 100%, Miz. Said Shane McMahon pulled a fast one. He said after all he's done for WWE, thankless tasks year after year without vacations, without injuries, he should be believed when he said his body wasn't feeling well. He said Shane didn't believe him, nor did the fans. He said they sit on their couches, but professional athletes sometimes get stomach cramps. He said he successfully defended his title. The bell rang, there was a match, and I got counted out. He lost, but he didn't lose the title, he says. He said it's part of the rules called Champion's Advantage. Thank you, Miz, for telling me, a 30-year wrestling fan, what Champion's Advantage is. I didn't see Champion's Advantage, bro. I seen a pussy in action. That's what I saw. He said it's shady, but he outsmarted everyone when he got counted out. He said Lashley had his chance and he blew it. He said technically he defended his WWE title. He said his contract doesn't say he has to defend his title twice in one night. Yet I was forced to. I was physically threatened. He said it was unfair that Lashley brutalized him after the match, and he has no repercussions coming to him. He said WWE did one thing right because tonight he gets his rematch. He told everyone to stay close to their phones and computers and their mobile devices, iPhones, iPads, because there'll be a hashtag tonight recognizing that he is the new WWE champion once again, because I am awesome. Great. I don't think anybody tonight expected The Miz to win the WWE Championship. Makes me wonder what the WWE Championship is going to be at Fastlane. Is Bobby Lashley going to defend the WWE Championship at Fastlane? I was figuring that The Miz would get his rematch at Fastlane, but we got the title switch last week. We got a rematch this week for the WWE title, which ended clean. So The Miz is finished. The Miz gets no more shots. So what exactly does Bobby Lashley do at Fastlane? Or does he not wrestle at Fastlane? I don't know. The WWE title situation on Monday Night Raw was booked ass fucking backwards, man. The worst possible situation the WWE went ahead and did. Instead of doing the most logical and simplest way for the WWE Championship to be booked into WrestleMania, which would be Drew McIntyre defending the title at the Elimination Chamber, and the Elimination Chamber being contested with 6 guys, and whoever wins that is the number one contender for the WWE title at WrestleMania. Not only does that make Drew McIntyre look like a fighting champion, but it also puts prestige on the WWE title, also while maintaining that the chamber and the essence of the chamber still has some importance to it. They've ruined everything. They ruined Drew McIntyre. They made the WWE title look weak by putting it on The Miz. They ruined the fucking chamber. The chamber meant nothing. The chamber meant nothing. I love being right. I do. I love it. I take great pleasure in it. I really do. So we go right into the WWE title match to open the show. Bobby Lashley versus The Miz. WWE title on the line. This barely went 10 minutes. So they showed Drew McIntyre watching on a monitor backstage at ringside. This was not good. It was not entertaining in any way possible. Lashley was in control. He was throwing Miz across the ring. Outside, he threw Miz into the barricade. Lashley cut off a little comeback attempt by The Miz and drove The Miz into the steel post. Lashley hit a flatliner and then a spine buster before applying the Hurt Lock for a submission win. This was basically a squash match for the WWE Championship, and that was it. That was it. Nobody expected Bobby Lashley to lose the WWE title after winning it and being revered and all the great numbers that clip did for WWE on their social media and on their YouTube channel. I just don't understand why this match was made and not saved to give Bobby Lashley a title defense at Fastlane. Now I wonder, like I said, what Lashley does at Fastlane and where The Miz goes. Does he just settle back into the Bad Bunny situation with Damian Priest and John Morrison? It's all fucked up, man. It is all fucked up. Not one single fucking plan in place for anything on Monday Night Raw. So, Sarah Schreiber interviewed Drew McIntyre. He was ranting about Lashley beating him down after the Elimination Chamber so The Miz could be gifted the WWE title. He looked at the camera and said he knows he's bad and dangerous, but so is he. And he's pushed him to the limit. Sheamus then attacked McIntyre in the middle of this promo, and he threw him around backstage, throwing him into some production crates and into the walls backstage. He was beating up on McIntyre, and he was stomping on his face, and he yelled, and he vowed to make McIntyre's life miserable, and then he stormed away. That was pretty much it. So not only did we get a great match with these guys last week, more than likely we were going to get a great match with these guys to continue this feud. And again, I don't know where we go with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus coming out of tonight's show. I don't know why this match wasn't booked for the pay-per-view. Instead of getting one match out of these guys, now we're looking at four. Now we're looking at four. What was the point of booking this match, which ended up being a no DQ match? How do you book this match and make it make sense after last week to do it again this week, to have it end in a no contest, and then do it again at Fastlane? I don't know why you did it last week to begin with. If Drew McIntyre and Sheamus was going to be your deal going into WrestleMania, and that was going to be Drew McIntyre's ticket to go to WrestleMania, why didn't you just save it for Fastlane? Why do you got to do it 3 times to ultimately do it a 4th time and then give me the same fucking result that we know it's going to result in? But nobody complains about this. They just sit back and they fucking fold their arms and they fucking bitch at me for complaining. Motherfucker, you're the asshole. You're the fucking idiot that don't know anything. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here giving you fucking gold and storylines and how to book shit, and I'm the one that's negative. Love how that works. They showed a vignette of Rhea Ripley. She continues to say that the nightmare is coming to Monday Night Raw. Let me tell you something, honey. You're walking into the nightmare. You're not the nightmare by any means. You're walking into a nightmare. You better hope it's just a fucking dream, Rhea. You better hope it's just a fucking dream. I'd give Rhea Ripley 2 months buried. What happened to Keith Lee? What happened to Ricochet? You guys think Rhea Ripley's gonna fucking walk away unscathed from Monday Night Raw? Let me tell you something, man. Monday Night Raw is like the fucking dragon that was living in the mountain in the Hobbit movies, man. Dead. You don't want to fuck with that thing. Braun Strowman was shown backstage, walking backstage for no reason. He walked by R-Truth. R-Truth ran up to him. He pulled out some wrinkled loose leaf paper, and he was talking about wanting to get his baby back. He said he needs the help of the monster among men, or the monster among men. He apologized for building the escape tunnel underneath the Thunderdome and stealing his dentist's goldfish and submitting videos to him to Monster Quest and ruining Hornswoggle's wedding. I might have to ask Jesse about this on Wednesday night. I'm wondering if, with his visits to Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, you know, Dr. Britt, the DMD, Dr. Britt. I got to ask Jesse if Dr. Britt Baker has a little pet goldfish on her desk in the office. That could be a backstage scoop on Wednesday night. Truth said, my bad. Braun interrupted and said, listen, I'm going to go out to the ring and demand an apology from Shane McMahon. He put on his sunglasses, did Truth, and then he told Braun Strowman that this never happened. I'm a fragment of your imagination. So he pulls out a pen and he pretends like it's the fucking, the device from Men in Black where it erases your memory. I wish it was. I really do. I wish this show was a fucking fragment of my imagination, man. Fucking awful. Absolutely awful. I find none of this funny. I'm not in the mood to laugh. How could you fucking possibly laugh when a show is this horrendous and this WrestleMania season is this bad? There's no time for laughter here, man. We're in some serious fucking shit right now. Strowman made his way to the ring. Said Shane seems out to get him. Said he first excluded him from the chamber. I get it, but I'm over it. He then complained about Shane forcing Pierce to tag in their match. He said he then began talking down about him and talking about his textbooks being above his reading level. He said, you're either laughing with someone or at someone. He said he thinks Shane is laughing at him. I'll tell you right to your face, Braun, I'm laughing at you. I think you're trash. I really do. I think Braun Strowman is well past his expiration date, man. You and I both know if I wanted to, I could snap your neck like a twig. Saying that, I know you can come out here and fire me on the spot. He said, that's not what I'm looking for. And he did start yelling at Shane that he's demanding an apology. So Shane ran down to the ring. He was shadow boxing and doing whatever Shane McMahon does. He entered the ring, breathing heavy. He then walked right up to Braun's face, and they had a stare down. He looked in Braun's eyes, face to face, and said, I apologize. And then he walked out of the ring. Samoa Joe on commentary was confused. He said, that's it? I said, that's it? Everybody was like, that's what we waited for? I apologize? So Shane stopped on the stage. He was in the middle of saying something, and then he stopped himself. But then he just turned and left. Braun was yelling at him, if you got something else to say, why don't you say it to my face? You're right here. Shane walked away. Absolutely a waste of time. I don't know what they're arguing about. I get the premise of why they're arguing about it, but Braun Strowman just said, I'm over it. You didn't put me in the chamber, bro. I'm over it. I want to move on. So, in my eyes, there really isn't anything for these two to be feuding over. All I see right now is Vince McMahon wanting WrestleMania to be bigger, and by bigger meaning he wants one of the McMahons on the show because McMahon or the McMahons equal bigger show or they equal ratings or bigger ticket sales. Nobody gives a fuck about wanting to see Shane McMahon on WrestleMania. All I see is somebody that's taking another spot away from somebody else that is much more deserving of a WrestleMania spot, especially with what those guys and girls put themselves through to wrestle in the middle of a fucking pandemic. You're going to take a spot away from somebody on the active roster for Shane McMahon? Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman is your idea of making WrestleMania bigger. If you care about this match in any way, shape, or form, you gotta be from another fucking planet. You really do. There's no way. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. We got this no DQ match. So we got a WWE title match to start the show. Right into a no DQ match. WWE really wanted to load up the first hour here, but it's nothing but rematches. We've seen this shit last week, and they're just running it back this week. This was a very good match. I'm not going to say anything bad about Drew McIntyre or Sheamus. Sheamus and his body of work for the time that he's been on Raw has been some of the best work he's done in his entire career. Sheamus looks great. The matches he's had with Riddle, the matches he's had with Jeff Hardy, the matches he's had with AJ Styles, the matches he's had with Drew McIntyre, the Elimination Chamber match. Sheamus is at the top of his game. He's aging like fine wine. But WWE really hasn't done any favors. Sheamus and his body of work, I could sit here and talk about it all night. At the end of the day, Sheamus usually takes the L. So for all the good that we say about Sheamus and his body of work, normally it's going to be good. But at the end of the night, they're going to feed him an L. That's what Sheamus has been known to do. And it sucks. It really does suck. So we got this match. They work very well together. They beat the living shit out of each other in a no DQ match. So Sheamus hit a backbreaker. He went right for a cloverleaf. McIntyre escaped and hit a spine buster for a 2. McIntyre followed with a superplex for 2. Came back with a white noise for another 2 count. Sheamus grabbed the chair, but McIntyre punched him right in the face. McIntyre hit him with the chair. Gave him a future shock DDT on said chair for a 2 count. McIntyre tried a Claymore, but Sheamus chucked the chair at his face and hit a knee strike for a near fall. A knee strike, by the way, with a leg slap. Sheamus slapped his thigh. I wonder how much that fine is going to cost Sheamus. It's right in the notes. This is what I pay attention to, folks. Leg slap. It's got to be a nice $1,000 fine right there. Sheamus then wedged the chair in between the turnbuckles, but McIntyre chucked him into the chair, and it exploded off the ropes with a Claymore. So he exploded off the ropes with a Claymore, which also Drew McIntyre slapped his leg on the Claymore. So that's 2 fines in this match for both Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Sheamus fell out of the ring. McIntyre struggled to get him back in the ring, dead weight. And Sheamus came back with a bro kick. They grabbed each of the steel steps. They charged at each other like fucking bulls. And they knocked each other down. They both collapsed. Sheamus and the steel steps fell on his face. He fell backwards near the ringside area. Drew McIntyre and the collision with Sheamus sent him over the barricade. There was a piped-in, "This is awesome" chant inside the Thunderdome. Referee checked on both guys. They did not respond, so the referee called off the match, asked for more help, and we get a no contest with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. I don't understand it. I mean, it's great, but how many times can we run the same thing back before we are sick and tired of it? If Drew McIntyre, I will say this one more time, just in case you guys missed or did not understand what I said. If Drew McIntyre and Sheamus was going to be your plan coming out of the chamber with Bobby Lashley being the WWE champion, I don't know why you opted to give me the match last week and again this week, and more than likely now we're probably getting this at Fastlane in some fucking weird stipulation match, and that's going to be Drew McIntyre's in at WrestleMania. If that was going to be Drew McIntyre's in, why didn't you just save the one match for Fastlane instead of giving me the match 4 fucking times? How much importance does the match have now that we've seen it 3 times already this year, and now for a 4th, we're getting it at Fastlane more than likely? Last week didn't have any meaning. Wins and losses don't matter in WWE. No contest this week. Nobody really gave this match any importance. There was nothing on the line here. It was just Drew McIntyre was attacked and Sheamus wants to prove to everybody that he's better than Drew McIntyre. No talk of a WWE championship. Then you got Drew McIntyre saying that nobody is deserving of a championship match because they're not on his level. I don't believe this is the plan for the WWE title going into WrestleMania. It's unbelievable to me. This is shit. The match itself was fine, but how many times can you care about it when you see it over and over and over and over again? Moving on. This is hour 2 now. We got a new backstage interviewer, Kevin Patrick. He interviewed AJ Styles and Omos. Styles says he wants to talk about what's going on with Orton. Styles, maybe you should talk about what's going on with you at WrestleMania. What exactly is AJ Styles doing at WrestleMania? And don't tell me that AJ Styles is going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial. Everybody that sits in catering needs a spot. Battle Royal. Give me a break. He said the Fiend isn't around because of Orton and what he did to him. He burned him to a crisp. He said this is the worst thing Orton could have done, and now the Fiend and Alexa Bliss are tearing him down bit by bit. So they were laughing at Orton's expense, him and Omos. Orton walked up to them and asked if there's something funny about a grown man having his mind messed with. Oh, now, being that he's had his mind messed with, right? Orton used to mess with everybody's mind for his entire career. Now it's a problem. Now nobody could laugh at it, though. Styles says he doesn't think it's funny. He just thinks it's weak. Orton suggested that they have a match later so I can show you just how weak I am. So Styles told Orton he already has problems, but if he wants bigger problems, and he looked back at Omos, he accepts. Orton said that he does, and he accepts, and obviously the commentary team touts that this is a WrestleMania caliber match, which we've already seen a few times. So the more you see it, folks, the less WrestleMania caliber it actually does become. Xavier Woods versus Shelton Benjamin. I don't know what you want me to say here, man. We got the New Day back in the WWE Tag Team title picture. Tag Team champions are the Hurt Business, Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Now we're getting the one-on-one matches just so that the dummy audience can look back at this and say, well, Xavier Woods beat Shelton Benjamin, so by my account, that means the New Day deserves a shot at the tag team titles. Instead of actually having legit tag teams on this show and I don't know, the contenders getting wins and accumulating some wins on the show and then getting a tag team title match. No, we got to beat one half of the tag team champions on this show in order for the New Day to deserve a tag team title opportunity, which I don't think anybody gives a shit about. The New Day in the tag team title hunt again. Folks, we've seen that and nobody wants to see it again. Nobody. There's two teams, two legit teams on this show. How you could fucking be okay with that as a division. How WWE has the balls to call that a division. I sound like a broken fucking record. Xavier Woods wins in 3 minutes. Xavier surprised him with the roll-up for a 3 count. That was pretty much it. Absolutely nothing about this match stood out whatsoever. And the tag team champions lose clean on Monday Night Raw. Sarah Schreiber was backstage with Matt Riddle, asking if Retribution's numbers game interfere with his focus on Slapjack. Riddle says he's concerned about where he needs to park his new scooter. So his scooter is more important than the United States Championship. Great. So they got a ticket last time, and if he leaves it somewhere, it'll be stolen. He says if he brings it out to ringside, Ali's going to destroy it. New Day came through the door. They were celebrating their win over Shelton Benjamin. You know, one half of the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions, Shelton Benjamin. Kofi gave Riddle an over-the-top pep talk here about why Retribution sucks. And Riddle asked Xavier and Kofi if they want to come over later and play Call of Duty. Then his music hit. He gave his scooter to the New Day for them to keep it safe, and he was going out to the ring to wrestle Slapdick, Slapnuts, Slapjack of Retribution. Ali was there. There was no Mia Yim. There was no Dominic Dijakovic. And there was no Mace. Dio Madden. It was just Ali. Matt Riddle wins in 4 minutes. Riddle set up for a top rope move. Slapjack headbutted out of it. Riddle fought back and caught Slapjack leaping off the ropes and landed a final flash knee for a 2 count. Ali was yelling on the outside as Slapjack was, I guess, losing and embarrassing Ali again. Ali wanted Slapjack to show him that he was worthy of being in Retribution. I don't think Retribution is even worthy of being on this fucking show, so I think Ali should give it a rest. They don't even belong on the show. So Slapjack made a comeback. He scored a 2 count on Matt Riddle after some light offense. Riddle blocked a move, landed a final flash knee, and then ended it with a bro Derek. And Matt Riddle wins in 4 minutes. They made the match for next week. Matt Riddle will defend the United States Championship against Ali next week on Raw. Decent match. Shane Thorne is very good. I'll give him that. The gimmick is fucking atrocious. But Shane Thorne is a very good wrestler. Matt Riddle is a very good wrestler. You would expect these guys to have a very good fucking match. I just think the gimmick needs to die 1,000 deaths and get off my fucking TV. Ali was yelling at Slapjack at the end of the match. How could you do this to me? Yada, yada, yada. Just break them up already. Burn the masks, get rid of the shit theme music, and give these guys their old personas back. That's what I want to see. Braun Strowman, I thought we were done with this fucking oversized goofball, but he's back again. Made his way to the ring. Shane pretended that the mic didn't work. Now, to lead to this segment, Shane McMahon was backstage. He ordered Adam Pearce to go get Braun Strowman, order him to the ring. He's got something else he needs to say to Braun Strowman. So Braun Strowman was out there. Shane McMahon comes out to the ring. He's got a microphone in his hand. He's pretending the microphone doesn't work. He leaves the ring. He asked for another microphone. He said that one was much better. He did not enter the ring again after he left it. He walked up to the stage. He said he has some things to get off his chest. He said he had fun last week, and what he did was all in good fun. He said Braun should have fun too. He said sometimes he has fun at other people's expenses. He said as long as it benefits himself, he's good with it. He said he can tell Braun isn't good with it. Shane told Braun that they have to get something else done. And there was a lot of awkward silence and a lot of awkward pause here on behalf of Shane McMahon. It almost came off as if he forgot his lines. He could not memorize his lines. He forgot what to say. So Braun Strowman, Braun was asking him, what am I even doing out here? That's a very good question, Braun Strowman. You might not be as dumb as everybody thinks you are. That was a very good question, my friend. The fuck are you doing out there? More awkward silence by Shane McMahon. Shane finally said he needs to come to an understanding with Braun. Shane strolled back towards the ring. Braun asked if he was trying to make him look stupid. Shane said, I would never make you look stupid. Stupid is a terrible word. He said he finds stupid to be an abhorrent word. I find this fucking show and the creative on this show to be abhorrent. Here's your vocabulary fucking word of the day, folks. Said he can tell by his non-verbal cues that he's very upset with him. Braun says he's not one of his little pets. Said he might have heard certain phrases in his life such as, stupid is as stupid does. Or he fell out of the stupid tree and hit every branch on the way down. What am I, in fucking first grade? This is the type of fucking promo material that they give us on the road to WrestleMania. Stupid is as stupid does. What am I watching, Forrest Gump? He fell out of the stupid tree and hit every branch on the way down. Said Braun might fall into the stereotype of a big man with a little brain like a dinosaur. So Braun then charged after Shane McMahon, yelling that he's trying to embarrass him on live television. Who do you think you are? Shane ran away. He ran through the curtain. He ran to the back. He jumped in a big white SUV and boom, jetted off. So Braun Strowman was backstage, chased after McMahon. He looked at the car drive away. Shane was apparently gone. Braun Strowman walked down the hallway. He disappeared into the distance. And then out of nowhere comes Shane McMahon. And he said under his breath, stupid. So he's trying to get underneath Braun Strowman's skin. And he's trying to embarrass him, even though he says he's not trying to call him stupid. He's not trying to embarrass him. But he's trying to prove to everybody that Braun Strowman is stupid. This is like the schoolyard bully pushing around the fucking, the jock in math class who gets straight D's, knowing that he's smarter than him, but the jock can kick this guy's fucking ass blindfolded. This storyline is absolutely a waste of everybody's fucking time, man. This shit sucks. If you think this is WrestleMania worthy, man, you got fucking mental issues, man. Get off Twitter, quit your fucking podcast, stop talking about wrestling. You're a complete fucking buffoon. This shit absolutely fucking sucks. Bathroom break, forget about it, bro. I'm walking around the fucking neighborhood while this match is on. I'll miss this match and the next match. I don't give a fuck. None of these matches feel like WrestleMania. Nothing. We're going to move on with the rest of the show. We got 1,900 people in here, man. I appreciate you guys. Really, really appreciate you guys hanging out with me on the podcast tonight. Want to give a shout out to everybody. 624 likes we got right now. Let's try and get that up to 750, man. I would really, really appreciate you guys if you can hit that thumbs up. 750 is the goal, man. Let's do it tonight. Tonight's show is sponsored by Blue Chew, man. Blue Chew is sponsoring the show tonight. You guys know about Blue Chew. Make sure you guys go to BlueChew.com. Use code JD for your free sample, man. Don't let Bruce Pritchard and his terrible fucking creative get you down. You're going to need a couple of fucking Blue Chews after this, let me tell you, man. I don't want to see you guys go into the bedroom disappointing your wife because you were disappointed with fucking Monday Night Raw, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets combat all forms of ED. You can have a lot of that watching Bruce work on Monday night, man. And can help men gain extra confidence where it counts. The process is very simple, guys. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed online medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part is, it's all done online. There's no more swallowing pills, man. No problem here. Blue Chew is chewable. They're all chewable. And the tablets are made in the USA, and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. So if you guys can benefit from some extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for your details and all important safety information. And like I said, I got a special deal for everybody listening to the show, man. Try Blue Chew for free when you use promo code JD at checkout. All you guys got to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. Blue Chew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom, man. I know you guys are disappointed with Monday night when a show is like tonight. Don't bring that shit into the bedroom, man. BlueChew.com. Use code JD at checkout. Get your first month free, and all you guys got to do is pay the shipping and handling. And I want to thank them for supporting Off the Script. Love me, the team over at Blue Chew, man. They take care of me. Great guys over there. So go get yours today. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Lana and Naomi. There is a rumor going around. Let me take a sip of my beverage here. There is a rumor going around that WWE is set to unveil a new set of NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. I don't understand why anybody would want this. I don't understand why anybody would think this is the right thing to do. I really don't get it. Now, according to rumors out there, William Regal, I think it was announced on Monday Night Raw tonight, William Regal is going to make two major announcements on Wednesday's NXT. I'm hoping one of them is not a new NXT Women's Tag Team Championship title. I don't want to see it. The other two rumors could be, besides that, are TakeOver being two nights. That would be Wednesday and Thursday for a two-night TakeOver during WrestleMania week, which I don't want either because that just devalues TakeOver. And the other thing is NXT moving to Tuesday night, which we all know is best for business. NXT moving off of Wednesdays to Tuesdays, going unopposed on Tuesday night, while AEW has Wednesday with Dynamite all to themselves. But the rumor of these women's tag team championships in NXT, man, I don't really get why people are lobbying for this or why they think it makes sense. You know, the easy answer for these fucking geeks out there that think they know everything and they're fucking a fragment of my intelligence. There's no fucking tag teams in NXT. Oh, but they got so many women down in NXT. Fine. So why do you need women's tag team championships in NXT? In fact, you know, I've always said, I would love if NXT, because they got the depth of women down there, they actually got a fucking stacked division for the women. Why don't they come up with a women's version of an Intercontinental Championship? That would give something to all of those women not challenging Io Shirai in this case, something to fight for. We could have a nice little tournament for it. There's a lot of singles competitors in NXT. A nice tournament aspect with 16 women could really get that title over. It could really make a new superstar. There's no tag teams in NXT. There's not one single tag team outside of Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter and Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Those have been the only teams that have been a staple on NXT television, together, working together. So why would you create women's tag team championships for NXT when you have women's tag team championships on the main roster that you're absolutely doing nothing with? And realistically would probably be better served down in NXT. There's no tag teams on Monday Night Raw. There's no tag teams on Friday Night SmackDown where you need women's tag team championships. The champions right now aren't even a fucking real team. So put the titles that you got now in NXT. If you want to create a new championship, create a singles championship that is very reminiscent to what the North American Championship is for the women. Why do we need more tag team championships? Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler should lose those championships to an NXT team, and those championships on the main roster right now should find a permanent home in NXT, being that division is stacked. You got to put the titles where they're most needed. Those tag team titles aren't needed on Monday night or Friday night. Those tag team titles are needed in NXT because that is where the women's revolution is thriving. But nobody listens to me. Everybody listens to what I have to say. It goes in one ear and out the other. Oh, JD's an asshole. Oh, JD's negative. You don't know what he's talking about. Motherfucker, there's nothing that I said here that you could possibly disagree with. Nothing. So spare me your bullshit. We do not need women's tag team championships in NXT. Oh, but JD's discriminating against the women. Look, he hates women's wrestling. Now, I'm for logic. The more titles you add, the more you devalue your current championships. What value are those women's tag team championships on the main roster going to have when you introduce more women's tag team championships? We all know that the women's tag team championships, if they do come to NXT, are going to outshine those tag team championships. So what worth are those tag team championships that Nia and Shayna hold right now going to have? What value are they going to have? All the women are going to want the NXT tag team titles because they're more prestigious. Do you really want that? The more you introduce new championships, the less value your current championships have. What, are you going to create a fucking championship for everybody that doesn't have a fucking championship? Give me a break. That's my nice little rant there. Lana and Naomi. I don't know what you want me to say here. This was an unadvertised women's tag team title match. Both of these teams are not legit tag teams. Nia Jax came to the ring with Reginald. She said she thinks Reginald is cute and brought him to ringside for their championship match. And we got this match started. Baszler had to sell for Lana. Yes. Monday Night Raw. This is Monday Night Raw, folks. Shayna Baszler had to sell for Lana. Naomi rammed Jax's head into the mat with some head scissors. Jax kicked out at 2. Baszler yanked Naomi off of Jax. Naomi turned and took a shot at Baszler on the ring apron. Jax charged at Naomi, but knocked Baszler off the ring apron. Reginald grabbed Naomi's legs to interfere. He turned around. Naomi then tagged in Lana, and Naomi grabbed Reginald at ringside. Lana did a very sloppy basement drop kick to Reginald underneath Naomi's legs through the ropes. He went flying into the announce table, really over-embellishing and overselling this shit. Jax charged at Lana, knocked Naomi off the ring to the floor. Jax lifted up Lana with the one-handed chokeslam, pinned Lana, and retained the women's tag team championships. Goodbye. So Reginald is now out of the storyline with Sasha and Carmella, and it just comes off as if it never had any real direction. That's the way it comes off. It comes off as if Reginald was doing all of this shit with Carmella and Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair for weeks in mixed tag team matches with all these women for weeks. For him to show up on Monday Night Raw and for all of that to be absolutely a waste of time. They had no direction for it. He got fired by Carmella, and now he's on Monday Night Raw, and now he's Nia Jax's boy toy. That's the way I see it. You got to get Shayna Baszler out of this fucking tag team. You got to get Shayna back to where she was first introduced last year when she was fucking biting Becky Lynch's neck. We need Shayna to be a fucking killer, man. I don't know what they did with this woman. It is so sad to see how far she has fallen, man. This woman was booked perfectly in NXT. There was not one person that complained about Shayna Baszler and the way she worked and the way she was presented. Now, she just looks and feels like everybody else. On what planet are we living where Lana and Shayna Baszler feel one and the same? Awful. Sarah Schreiber interviewed Randy Orton backstage. She said that there have been rumors of other wrestlers in the locker room who are worried about his well-being. Orton laughed and chuckled at the thought that he had friends in the locker room concerned about him. That's news to me. None of them ever came up to me and said anything to my face. He said it almost sounds like if stylists consider the Fiend in Bliss to be nearly as problematic to him as himself. He said when it comes down to it, he's going to get an RKO. Sarah Schreiber then interviewed Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke backstage. Apparently, they got lost. They didn't know where the catering department was, so they asked Sarah for directions. Rose said while they haven't proclaimed they want a WrestleMania title match against Asuka, unlike Charlotte, they are serious about that title being their goal at WrestleMania. Brooke said they worked their butts off and deserve a chance. Oh, really? Working your butts off and actually being consistent with what you do in the singles division is a different story, Miss Dana Brooke. So when you can find me what your body of work has been for the Raw Women's Championship and why you deserve a Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania, I'd love for you to bring all of this information to me so that I can look through it thoroughly. I guarantee you there'll be nothing there about you deserving a championship match. Fuck out of here. She said they are as ambitious as anyone else out there. Oh, I know you're ambitious, man. You fold those napkins and catering beautifully, man. There's nobody that does it better. Nobody. Stop stealing the fucking cheese, okay? I know you're stealing the fucking cheese from the goddamn refrigerator, man. Titus had chicken parm on the menu. 5 cheeses. Now we're down to 1. Now I gotta go to the fucking supermarket and go get more fucking cheese. Gotta have fucking Mean Marky D newscast this shit on the fucking beginning of the show. Are you fucking kidding me? Guy's got real news to report. He's fucking reporting about goddamn stolen cheese. Charlotte walked in. And she said to Dana Brooke, and she said, she is indeed ambitious and wants a title opportunity at WrestleMania. Charlotte then told Dana, show me what you got. I hope your bite is as strong as your bark, she says. Folks, first of all, for those listening on Spotify and iTunes for the long pause, I'm over here in my fucking office doing robotic android motions to make fun of Charlotte Flair. Secondly, this is where we're headed for WrestleMania, folks. Asuka has no opponent. Folks. Asuka is going to defend the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania against Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley. Of course, there's no other women on the show that could constitute as a singles competitor, being that we got Nia and Shayna locking up with Naomi and Lana. Who else is there? We may be getting some multi-woman action Vince can't possibly think that Charlotte versus Asuka is a WrestleMania-worthy match. We've seen it how many fucking times? You could fucking send Charlotte Flair to the goddamn production factory and make her up into the fucking greatest android queen of all time, man. You're not gonna convince me that that is a fresh matchup. You can put all the fucking latest hardware, man, in Charlotte. You could give her a new motherboard and a new memory chip, whatever the fuck you gotta put in her, man. A new battery. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. The Raw Women's Championship will be defended in a multi-woman match at WrestleMania because WWE has no plans for the Raw Women's Championship. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton was the main event of this show. How many of you thought that when this match was announced as the main event that we were going to get some Fiend-like interference? I don't believe that we have AJ Styles and Randy Orton main eventing a show, never mind Monday Night Raw, a show, and it's this boring. This match almost put me to sleep to a point where I almost missed this very post show right here. I don't get how these guys on this show are boring. I don't even blame them. I blame the atmosphere. I blame the storyline. I blame this show. I really do. It's not like the match was terrible or anything, but the match itself is just, on Raw, they set this entire match up and put this match in the main event for Randy Orton to be fucking cursed again with Alexa Bliss's satanic fucking bullshit, for him to spit black goo out to suffer a loss to AJ Styles. So Styles was in control. Orton was coming back. He did his signature right hands, his clothesline, his power slam, followed by a backbreaker. Orton set up for a superplex, but Styles slipped out and dropped Orton on the turnbuckle. Styles went for a springboard move. I believe he was going for the 450, but Orton tripped him up. Styles blocked a draping DDT attempt and applied a calf crusher on Randy Orton. Styles let go after Orton got close to the rope, and Orton followed with an uppercut, and then he hit the draping DDT. Orton set up for the RKO, almost pulls Styles from underneath the bottom rope to the outside, and Alexa Bliss appeared on the big screen, and she was sitting in the pentagram backstage with the creepy eyes. And she did her deal backstage. She twisted a Jack-in-the-Box music box, and she stopped right before it popped. And then she said and looked at it, "Not yet. Not yet." She then lit a match. She blew the match out, and pyro, like Kane, shot up from the turnposts, and Orton began coughing up black goo all over again. Styles then took advantage of this, jumped off the top rope, hit the phenomenal forearm, and got the 1, 2, 3. Match didn't really mean anything. The match was only there to set up this cheesy fucking storyline for Randy Orton to shoot out black goo. Orton sat up and Bliss was laughing on the big screen. Orton was looking all tormented and worried that Alexa Bliss, again, fucked him over. Do you give a shit about The Fiend? I know I don't. I think The Fiend is fucking dead. I think The Fiend and the character is fucking so far gone that it's not even salvageable at this point. I just want this shit to be over with, man. I really do. Alexa Bliss, every single week. She's the star of the show. The Fiend is the supporting character. He can come back with new pants. He can come back with a new laugh. He can come back with a new mask. He can come back with new theme music. Whatever the case may be, folks, it's going to be the same garbage character that we've seen last year that WWE buried. What exactly is going to be different about The Fiend? Is Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt a WrestleMania-worthy match? The answer is no, it's not. This storyline is not WrestleMania-worthy. This match is not WrestleMania-worthy. They've done everything and prolonged this for so long to make this feel as if you just want it to end. Nothing about it is important. In fact, Bray Wyatt is losing value every single week this guy is off TV. Oh, but it's storytelling. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. The guy was burned alive. Goodbye. It would be best if he never shows his face ever again. They don't know what the fuck to do with that character. Randy Orton looks like a fucking geek in all of this. It's not a good story to me. Leading to what? Another shit WrestleMania match? Again, I have to reiterate, if you guys watched their first WrestleMania match, when Bray Wyatt lost the fucking WWE title to this guy, please, by all means, tell me how great that match was. And you want to see it again? With this character? They've done everything in their power. They've prolonged it so long that nothing about it is important. Nothing. The big reveal. Everybody's waiting for the big reveal, right? Who gives a shit? Nobody cares about the Fiend. The Fiend has his fans, and they're all fucking enamored and just blitzed out of their mind with fucking Fiend. Oh my God, man. Can't wait for Bray Wyatt to come back. Yada, yada, yada. Who gives a shit? What happens after he gets rid of Randy Orton? Right back to doing shit on Monday Night Raw. Look at WWE's track record about booking mythical fucking characters with magical fucking powers. How could you book that and make it make sense every single time, man? You're going to start getting repetitive every single feud you do with the guy. How much different is this feud going to be from the next feud? You guys got to suck it up, man. Shit sucks. Shit is awful. That's the end of the review portion of the show, man. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Super chats are open. Get them on in. My boy Ticket Drew texted me. He's like, how do you find 2 hours to talk about this show? I struggle to do 40 minutes. Bro, this is why I'm a master of my craft, bro. Super chats are open, guys. Get them on in. Hit that thumbs up. We are at 726 likes. 750 is the goal, man. Let's try and get to 750. Hit that subscribe button if you have not done so, man. I know there are a couple of guys in the chat that have not hit the subscribe button. What are you waiting for, man? I guarantee you there's something in this show that you heard that you said, you know what? I don't know this guy, but I like the way he speaks. I got to hit that subscribe button. So hit that subscribe button, man. And if you missed my AEW Revolution post-show with Jesse, go and check that out on the channel right now. Jonathan with a $4.99 super chat had an interview with Titus Catering but did not get the job because I couldn't accurately make his famous Big Ziti. You got an opening, JD. Bro, listen, if you couldn't accurately make his Big Ziti, man, I don't know if I could give you another shot. Big Ziti is one of the most easiest things to possibly make in the kitchen, man. Big Ben, $24.93 with a $9.99 super chat. Hey, JD, so Jesse said that you both buy the AEW pay-per-views. Are there any free streaming sites that you know of and recommend? Also, are your music playlists for streams public? If so, where? Thank you. Bro, I'm not giving any free streaming sites away. I am completely against free streaming sites, man. That's an asshole move. That's like you coming to my videos. That's like you coming to my streams and you use ad block on my videos. That sucks. Not gonna do it. And I don't have any of my music that I stream with public. Dayron Sanders with a $5 super chat. Don't remember exactly what era, but the Shane Braun scene gave me Shane Big Show vibes. To be honest with you, man, I don't even remember the Shane Big Show shit, and I don't really care to remember. Jacob Donnelly, the beast. Jacob Donnelly here, man. $5 super chat. Today's Twitch stream was far more entertaining than Monday Night Raw. Listen, bro. If I have some time tomorrow, I'll jump back into that Resurgence or Rebirth Warzone shit, man. You guys seem to enjoy that. We got that great clip out of it. Issa in the chat, what's up? Demon Diva in the chat. She says, what a shit show, Raw. Oh, Issa, let me tell you something. My God, if you just got here, I fucking absolutely tore this shit to shreds, man. I was like a fucking walker on The Walking Dead, ripping flesh and bone from the living on this show tonight. This show is absolutely fucking god-awful. Seriously. Give me 15 seconds with Bruce Prichard to slap the fucking red off his fucking face. Please. Please. Jacob, thank you, brother. If I'm on Twitch, you'll know tomorrow. Raging Girl Gamer with a $5 super chat. I don't know what to say, JD. I'm shy. Yeah, right. You shy? Dayron Sanders with a $5 super chat. Oh, yeah, forget to mention, Raw sucks as always. Thank you for all that you do. I love supporting the great content you provide the channel. Dayron, I appreciate you, man. C. Martinez, $4.99. This is why wrestling is slowly becoming less interesting day by day. Much love. Keep up the work. $4.99. Thank you, C. Martinez. I appreciate you. Ben, WrestleMania 37. JD from NY 206 versus Mr. Dips. Winner gets an ice cold Guinness. In all seriousness, love your content, man. Missed the show, so thanks for this with the $5 super chat. Ben, thank you so much, brother. Mr. Cake, $5 super chat. JD, thoughts on not being able to migrate from the network to Peacock? You got to open an entirely new account and match indicators are now gone. Apparently, my boy Keith sent me something here. You got to sign up for Peacock. If I could see my phone. You sign up for Peacock, and apparently you could get a special deal where you could just get $250 a month at a 50% discount for a limited time if you go to peacocktv.com. Limited time offer, get 4 months of access for a single one-time payment of $9.99. Upon conclusion of the 4-month offer period, your subscription will auto-renew on a monthly basis of $4.99 a month until you cancel. Offer expires 4/9/2021. Welcome, WWE Network. Start streaming on March 18th. I think I read somewhere on social media that they're not moving the entire catalog of shit over until the end of the summer, man. I don't really give a shit. I don't really watch the WWE Network like that. I merely use it as a fucking write-off because I use it for work, clearly. So I'm going to let my shit ride out. They're going to cancel it anyway, and then I'm going to sign up for Peacock. He also says, Shane is jumping off the pirate ship, isn't he? I hope the fucking pirate ship sinks. Because that's exactly what WrestleMania season is doing, man. It's sinking to the bottom of the fucking ocean. Astral Surfer with a $5 super chat. Look on the bright side, JD. At least there's no more knee slaps. Bro, I don't mind the knee slaps. I don't. You either do it wrong or you do it right. Reese, $4.99 super chat. This show feels like it's a shift just to watch. Bro, listen. Whoever tells me that what I do is not work, I dare them to watch this fucking horrendous program on Monday night every week at 3 hours. And then find the energy to come on here and talk about it for another fucking 2 hours. I feel like a zombie after this shit, man. I really do. Maurice Lionheart Jackson with a $4.99 super chat. What's up, Mr. JD? What are your thoughts on Enzo and Cass, and should they come back on a program like AEW? Personally, I'd love to see it. Yes, they should. I think they'd fit on AEW, and I would welcome them myself with open arms. WWE, not so much. There's no tag teams over there for them to thrive with. The fuck you want to go there for? Enzo should look at WWE and say, fuck you. You guys exiled me. I was a joke to you fucking people. Hopefully he normalized now a little bit. Big Cass. You know, I feel like mentally he was wrong there. He was not healthy there. He looks great. Enzo's always been one of the best on the microphone in this current genre of wrestling. AEW is where it's at, man. Chris Cherness with a $49.99 super chat. He leaves the simple message of number 2. Meaning, he wants Bobby Lashley to walk out of WrestleMania as the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, brother. Boxhead with a $5 super chat. Frozen food idea. Titus Catering Classics. What favorite dishes would you like to make the cut? Bro, listen, you talking about frozen foods for me? Friday's mozzarella sticks. Totino's pizza rolls. Sausage. I don't like the pepperoni one. Or 3 cheese. And I'm a big pizza bagel guy, man. I don't eat that shit anymore now. That shit's incredibly unhealthy for you. But back in my earlier days, my goon days, those were the go-to snacks after school. Hot Pockets. I was a big Hot Pocket guy. I still embellish in a nice Hot Pocket nowadays. The meatball is my favorite. The meatball Hot Pocket is my favorite, man. But Titus doesn't deal with frozen foods, man. Titus deals fucking all fresh. All fresh. He makes it right there, man. Titus goes out to the fields and he picks his greens and he picks his vegetables. His fish is freshly caught every morning. His meat is delivered same time every day, man. I believe Friday's meal is going to be a skirt steak with chimichurri, I believe. It's going to be the special in the venue, man. I think we're going to have a drink special of Roman Reigns got a Samoan beer on tap, I believe. I gotta find out what it is, man. It's a new addition. And yes, there is beer in Samoa. I did research this. This is real. Marquise Whitlow, $4.99 super chat. Peyton Royce rant on Raw Talk was really good. She spoke the truth about how the same people get the opportunities even while Asuka is out right now. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit, man? Give me the Peyton Royce that I remember seeing. Poison Ivy Peyton Royce in NXT, man. This Peyton Royce, whatever the fuck we got at Peyton Royce now, complete trash. Nobody gives a shit about Peyton Royce. It's all the same shit. They all feel and look the same. I can't tell Peyton Royce from Mandy Rose. Mr. Cake with a $10 super chat. Since no one is going to talk about this, thoughts on Jim Johnston saying WWE themes are bad. He said it's just sound effects and noises and none are character driven. He said wrestling lacks that now. Jim Johnston is 150% correct, man. I'm adding an extra 50%. Wrestling themes in WWE now are fucking garbage. CFOs did a fantastic job, man. Shinsuke Nakamura's theme is one of the best themes probably ever. Bobby Roode's Glorious theme was fucking great. They gave personality to those they were writing for. So I appreciated those guys immensely. Whoever WWE's got doing their themes right now is one of the worst I've ever heard. There's no personality. They just make generic music and apply it to fucking whoever they need to. Wrestling theme music is a part of all of our childhoods. And it's a make or break situation for a superstar, man. I can't even begin to tell you how theme music is important to somebody's overall package. If you have shit theme music, you aren't going anywhere. I'm telling you right now. You are not going anywhere. Nobody's gonna care about you. Nobody's gonna have any interest in your matches. Theme music makes or breaks a pro wrestler. It's that first glance when you come down the aisle and that music hits, and you gotta incorporate what is it gonna feel like when that wrestler is in a big moment, winning a title at the end of a show, at the end of a match. That theme music needs to fit. It needs to fucking gel with the audience. He's absolutely correct, man. WWE's music nowadays is garbage. Whoever they got doing their shit, they need to get rid of immediately. Maurice Lionheart Jackson. $5 super chat. In your beginning intro, you ask, is this what you want? No, but I watch anyway because it's my weekly routine. Super chats are my favorite part, though. Listen, Maurice, I'm just glad you're here, brother. I'm just glad you're here, man. You guys have grown to like the super chat part of the thing, man, because it's just me and you just chilling out. Usually I had a big drop-off in the super chats, man. We had 1,900 people watching the stream tonight, and we are still with 1,600 people here. Jesse and I were live last night, man. We had 3,500 plus watching our AEW Revolution stream, and there were still 2,500 people here at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. So I know you guys enjoy it, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys supporting me and hanging out with me. Israel with a $5 super chat. I'm here to support you the best I can. The OTS community are the best, or the beast. The OTS community are beast to be on that late. I feel sorry I spent $50. It had its good and bad. Israel, thank you, brother. I can't speak right now, man. I'm fucking tired. Jonathan Costello with a $1.99 super chat. Bruce be like, Vinny, I'm in love with you, Vinny. Montreal Rather with a $5 super chat. Thanks for saying what I thought about Braun and Shane's storyline. They're replacing Paul White with more BS. Seems like Paul White is on AEW and the BS stayed on Monday Night Raw. Mr. Cake with a $5 super chat. Jim Johnston also said that the themes are so bad that he feels better as a composer. Also, be sure to check out Mikey Ruckus' tweet about it. Mikey Ruckus does a fantastic job with AEW, man. I think his music is very good. And he absolutely killed that Sting intro, man. That entrance music for Sting is fucking fantastic. Thunder Rosa's theme is really great, too. Austin Alpha with a $4.99 super chat. Been watching you since the Bummer Slam. And you kill it just like Bruce kills the ratings. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate you, man. The Pro Wrestling Podcast with a $50 super chat. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, guys. How does my Universe Mode Mania card sound? I know it's better than Vince and Bruce. Ricochet versus Rey Mysterio. Love it. Black champion versus Taker, U.S. title. Undertaker for the U.S. title, bro? I don't know about that. Ronda champion versus Shayna for the Raw Women's title. I like it. Styles versus Walter. Orton versus Baszler versus Nakamura. And Reigns versus Seth. Not a bad show, bro. Is it better than what Vince and Bruce are doing now? Absolutely. And then we got another $50 super chat from the Pro Wrestling Podcast because he wants to tell me about his remaining WrestleMania card. Look at these beasts, man. Thank you, guys. Charlotte, champion versus Bianca for the SmackDown Women's title. The Usos, champions versus O'Reilly and Fish for the Raw Tag Team titles. Love it. New Day as champions versus the Street Profits for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Cena versus Velveteen Dream. That's a name that I haven't heard in a little bit. How the mighty have fallen with the Velveteen Dream, huh? Morrison champion versus Keith Lee for the IC title, and Bryan versus Cole. I'm much more of a fan of this second super chat than I was the first. Excellent WrestleMania, guys. Excellent WrestleMania. And then we got another $10 super chat by the Pro Wrestling Podcast. His WrestleMania continues. Ciampa champion versus Gargano for the WWE title. I mean, you're going to get a 2 thumbs up from me there. One of my favorite feuds of all time. Lesnar versus Matt Riddle for the Universal title in a fight pit match. Good job there, guys. Good job. Demeter Bullion, it's me, the Big D, he says. Here's another couple of buckaroos, you doggy cunt, he says. Demeter, go take a fucking shower, bro. I smell you from here. You smell just as bad as Bruce Pritchard's fucking armpit sitting in a creative meeting with Vince McMahon sweating his balls off. Go take a fucking shower, man. Florius Nation with a $10 super chat. I appreciate you, Florius. What's up, JD? If NXT introduced a mid-card title for their women's division, what would you name it? First of all, Julio Bow in the chat. He says, JD likes them big juicy balls. Well, I know your mother does, Julio. I know your mother does. She likes to milk them juicy balls, too. She asks, JD, how can I get that nice creamy sauce for my pasta on Wednesday night? I'm like, honey, don't worry about it. Milk me like a fucking cow. I'll give you all the fucking creamy sauce you need. What about the fillings for the cannolis? Don't worry, honey. I'm going to stuff your fucking cannoli. Shut your fucking mouth and bend over. Julio. Your mother's a savage, bro. Glorious. I don't know what I would name it. All I know is that tag team titles aren't needed. Jericho 8131. $5 super chat. WrestleMania is a shell of its former self. It's show and tell. It's about bright lights, flashy attires, and cool entrances over good storytelling. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it, man. WrestleMania is the worst show of the year, bar none. Justin Strickland with $4.99 super chat. Finn Balor vs. Adam Cole this Wednesday for the NXT title. Who's your pick to win the NXT Championship match? Finn Balor. Adam Cole's not winning the NXT title. It's only going to Cross anyway. Why would you want to beat Cole? Demon versus... Demon King versus... What is Cross? A fucking devil? What is he? Whatever the fuck he is, man. That's the better match. You're not going to give Cole the title to lose it to Cross. Doesn't make sense to me. Julio Marquez with a $4.99 super chat. I wouldn't be surprised if Bruce Pritchard capped off his stupidity by booking Retribution versus Titus Catering at WrestleMania. Retribution needs to fucking die. That's what they need to do. Ray Warrior with a $4.99 super chat. What do you think about Priest versus Riddle at Mania for the United States Championship? Not going to happen, right? Because Damian Priest is going to be with Bad Bugs Bunny at WrestleMania against Miz and Morrison. DeVar Davis with a $5 super chat. JD versus Bruce's booking match, round 1, fight. JD wins all rounds, flawless victory. He can't touch you, JD. Thing is, what fatality would I be in Mortal Kombat? I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. Am I Liu Kang turning into a fucking dragon? Chomping at Bruce Pritchard, eating him half? Leaving his fucking lower torso? Well, what am I? What am I? Am I Scorpion, get over here! And ripping my face off to reveal my fucking skeletal flesh and then burn him alive? What am I? Cal L with a $5 super chat. Yo, JD, though this wasn't a great AEW show last night, it still blows away WWE content. Shaking my head. Mustang rules. AEW was okay, Cal L. But it was majorly disappointing. And yes, my Mustang is awesome. Chris with a $9.99 super chat. What's up, JD and OTS fam? Happy to announce that I got the job to be head of security in the OTS venue. This is news to me, bro. I didn't get this passed along to me. Anyone who messes with JD or Titus Desserts will be banned ASAP. Love you, JD and OTS fam. Listen, man, is Dana Brooke fucking making decisions for the venue? Because I don't know this shit. I'm gonna have a word with this fucking bitch, man, really. Stealing cheese, ruining my fucking special for happy hour now. Making you head of security, bro. How did this one get by me? Raging Girl Gamer with a $5 super chat. I hope the Braves get buried more than Black and Bray Wyatt combined. Listen, you're probably correct. All I know is, fuck the Mets. I fucking hate the Mets, man. Fuck them. Ugly ass fucking colors and that goddamn ugly logo, man. Mr. TKO, $5 super chat. If Enzo goes to AEW, do you think he would compete with Marco Stunt? No. Rafael DeLuna with a $4.99 super chat. I miss when WrestleMania was hyped to be an event that you could not miss. Such a shame. WrestleMania is the worst show of the year, bro. Say it every year. Dayron Sanders with a $5 super chat. The Shane Big Show feud happened in 2012. I believe Shane would tease Big Show by saying, oh, which way did he go? It was annoying, but it was over. Ho, where did he go? Leave it to Bruce Pritchard, man, to rehash old ideas that were fucking terrible then and even more awful now. Edgar Estrada with a $50 super chat. Bro, JD, you fucking beast. Shout out to you and Heel Jackass for over a 3-hour review. Finished listening to it at work. It was very entertaining. You put a lot of goons in their place. Raw is shit. Continue to do God's work for me. Enjoy beer. On me. OTS for life. Edgar. Thank you, bro. And Jesse sucks. Jesse sucks. I'll tell him that all day on Wednesday. Majin with a $5 super chat. It's painfully sad that WWE don't build WrestleMania anymore, but build a Saudi show. Because Saudi is giving them, what? 80,000 per show? 100,000 per show? What are they giving them? Chris with a $4.99 super chat. Raw was garbage. As always, the road to WrestleMania in WWE is giving us garbage shows as if they don't care whatsoever. Jesse's in the chat. Oh, there he is. There he is. I thought he fell asleep. Montreal Rather with two $2 super chats. I want to say thank you for your content. Do you watch the Element Games channel? Thank you, Montreal. And the answer is no. I have no idea what that is. Also, PSA says Jonathan Gastello with a $4.99 super chat. Support this man here as well on the CNC. This is top tier content, and if you ain't fucking checking his stuff out, OTS for life. Hashtag OTS. Thank you, Jonathan. I'll put in a good word for Titus, bro. Envied with a $14.99 super chat. It said that second fantasy card has me more pumped than the 2-match card that they have for WrestleMania right now. Damn shame. This is what it has come to. Yo, bro, Julio got tossed out of the venue, man. It's pouring rain outside. He's got no umbrella. He's about to be stabbed by the fucking homeless guy that's living behind the dumpster on the side of the road there. Behind the building. Envy, thank you so much, bro. Maurice Lionheart Jackson with a $1.99 super chat. What's your favorite gimmick in wrestling history? The Undertaker. And Cal L with a $5 super chat. You would be Jackson, rip Bruce's arms off so we can't write any more scripts. And my Mustang is awesome too. Mustangs rule, damn it. Fuck yeah, Kal-El. Yeah, Julio, listen, bro, listen. You're in my chat at 1 a.m. in the morning, bro. What you're doing is exposing yourself as a virgin. You're exposing yourself as you got no wife, you got no kids, you got no girlfriend, but you're in my chat telling me about third legs and sucking dick and this and that. Yet you're in my chat. Thank you for exposing yourself in front of 1,600 people, bro. Awesome. Now I'm about to get in my fucking car and drive away into the night sky with my nice cold beverage. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, man. The stream is coming to an end. Monday Night Raw was terrible, and we have a brand new week of content lined up. If you missed the AW Revolution stream last night, go and check that out. Off the Script on Saturday was 2 hours long, man. Really, really great stuff there. Shout out to Jesse and to Sal Rex for hanging with me last night. Jesse stayed all 3 hours. Sal Rex gets the work done, making the channel look good. Follow me on social media, man, at JDfromNY206. Also, go and follow the Critiques and Connoisseurs channel, guys. We are, I believe, at 3,000 subs right now. Awesome stuff. If you guys missed the episode with Ortiz of the Inner Circle, go and check that out, man. Great stuff. We got a new episode coming on Saturday. We're talking about the Ultimate Warrior. So that's going to pull on the heartstrings of many of the old school fans. We're talking about the WWE issued wine, the Ultimate Zinfandel. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. We are at 815 likes. Let's try for 900, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get to 900. Thank you for all the super chats. Israel just got another one in. Hey, JD, let me ask you. Will AEW pay-per-view be Sunday thing or just a one-time thing? Hey, JD, you really hate the Mets. I'm disgusted. Don't be disgusted, bro. I'm just a fucking Braves fanatic and the Mets are garbage. And the Sunday thing, I don't know. They only moved to Sunday because of the NBA All-Star game. It's that time, guys. It's that time. Give me those guitar emojis in the chat. You know what to do. I'm getting in the Mustang. I got my cold beverage. I'm about to hit the road. Take that volume knob, turn it up to max. Give me those guitar emojis in the chat, and I will see you right back here on Wednesday with the Revolution Fallout show with Jesse on Wednesday's Dynamite post show on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.